Ever see people making a living online and wonder, how are they doing that without their own product? Without some massive upfront investment? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a really powerful strategy that makes it all possible. We're going to get right into how it works. Yeah, this is the big question, isn't it? How can you build a real sustainable income online without having to sink a ton of money into it or, go through the whole headache of developing a product from scratch? The good news is there's a very clear answer, and you might be surprised at how accessible it really is. And that answer is something you've probably heard thrown around a bunch: affiliate marketing. So what does that actually mean? Let's strip it all down. Basically, you become a trusted recommender. That's it. You find a product or service you genuinely believe in. You share it with people using a special, unique link, and if someone buys through your link, you earn a commission. It's really that simple. At its core, it's a partnership. But here's the really cool part. What makes this model so compelling? It's not some gimmick. It's totally merit-based. That means your success is tied directly to how much value you actually provide. It's pretty simple to get your head around. You can scale it up like crazy. And honestly, the best part? It's open to literally anyone who's got some passion and an internet connection. All right, moving into section 1, the golden rule, which is all about trust. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of links and commissions, there is one core idea that everything else is built on. Seriously, it's the non-negotiable foundation for any kind of long-term success. And here it is, plain and simple. This is the absolute heart of the whole thing. Lasting success in affiliate marketing has nothing to do with gaming the system or trying to trick people into clicking your links. No way. It's all about earning real, actual trust. It's about becoming that go-to, reliable, authentic resource for your audience. And you know what? When people genuinely trust you, the business side of things kind of just falls into place. So this really boils it down to two very different paths you can take. You've got the wrong way, which, let's be honest, we've all seen. It's just spamming links all over social media with zero context. It feels like spam because, well, it is. Then there's the right way, the way that actually works. And that's all about focusing on creating truly valuable, helpful content where your recommendation just makes perfect, natural sense. Okay, section 2 is your 4-step action plan. So you get the whole trust thing. Awesome. But now what? Let's get down to business. Here's a super clear 4-step plan to actually get this thing off the ground. So here are the 4 pillars. Think of this as your roadmap. First, you've got to choose your niche. Then you find some quality products. Step 3, build your platform, your home-based online. And finally, you tie it all together by creating awesome, valuable content. Let's break each of these down. All right, step 1, choose your niche. And look, this is so important. You've got to pick something you're actually passionate about. Why? Because your authenticity is your secret weapon. That real enthusiasm, people can feel it. But passion alone isn't quite enough. You also have to check that there's an actual market for it. That there are people out there actively looking for answers or products in that space. Okay, next up, finding the actual products to promote. There are a ton of places to look. You've got the huge platforms like Amazon or ClickBank, but you can also find direct programs from creators you already follow and love. But let me give you a key piece of advice here. Please, do not just chase the biggest commission. Your credibility, your audience's trust, that's worth so much more in the long run. Always ask yourself, will this genuinely help my audience? So where are you going to share all this great stuff? You need a platform, and you've got options. It could be a blog, a YouTube channel, an Instagram page, whatever feels right for you. Honestly, the what isn't as important as the how. And the how is all about one word: consistency. You've got to show up for your people regularly with useful stuff. That's how you build a real community. Let's make this super practical. Okay, imagine your niche is smartphone photography. The wrong way is to just post, "buy this course" with a link. Nobody cares. The right way, you write a blog post called "How to Take Professional Photos with Your Smartphone." You pack it with real, actionable tips, and then at the end, you say, "Hey, if you want to go even deeper, this course is an amazing next step." See the difference? You're helping first, selling second. It's a game changer. Okay, on to section 3, stand out from the crowd. So you've got the basic playbook, but let's be real, the internet is a noisy place. So how do you make sure people actually listen to you? This is where we go from just doing this stuff to actually succeeding at it. And this idea, this quote right here, really nails it. It's all about quality, not quantity. Think about it. One amazing, super helpful, well-written article or video, that's going to do more for you than 100 random links ever could. That one great piece is what builds the trust, and ultimately, that's what gets results. So, how do you actually do that? How do you create that one great piece? Well, for starters, don't just say what everyone else is saying. Find your own unique take on things. Share your story. And I mean the whole story, the wins and the fails. That's how people connect with you. Do real, hands-on reviews. And even better, make a tutorial showing the product actually doing its thing, solving a problem for someone. And this brings us to a super important point. The goal here isn't just to get a ton of traffic. It's not about the numbers. It's about attracting the right people, the people who are genuinely interested in what you have to say. I'm telling you, a small, loyal audience that hangs on your every word is 1,000 times more valuable than a huge crowd that couldn't care less. All right, last section here, section 4, the mindset for success. We've talked about the what and the how, but none of it works without this last piece of the puzzle. Getting your head in the right space for the long haul. Okay, let's get one thing straight right now. Right now, this is not, I repeat, not a get-rich-quick scheme. If that's what you're looking for, this isn't it. This is a real business. It's accessible, it's fair, and it absolutely rewards real, focused effort. It's as simple as this. What you put in, you get out. So what does that real effort actually look like? Well, it looks like showing up consistently. It looks like never stopping learning about your topic, about marketing, about everything. It means being willing to try things, to experiment, to see what sticks. And you knew this was coming. It all comes back to that golden rule, having real empathy for your audience and always putting them first. I love this way of thinking about it. Your affiliate marketing business is basically a giant mirror. It's just going to reflect back at you whatever you give it. If you give it commitment, if you give it creativity, if you give it consistency, that's exactly what you're going to see reflected back in your results. So there you have it. The path is pretty clear, right? The model is simple, the steps are laid out, and it's all built on a foundation of trust. So really, there's only one question left for you. And it's not about what you can get from this, it's about what you can give. So, what value will you choose to share? Thanks for tuning in.